Yo, what's up, amazing people? It's me, Chestnut Channel, back again, and today we are back playing Danganronpa, Trigger, Happy, Havoc. Last episode, a lot happened. I will say that. We did the 5th trial, and just when I thought everything was going as, the trials would, boom! Complete 180. I get freaking called out as being guilty. I go to my punishment, and then freaking alter ego comes out of nowhere and is like, "Here I come to save the day," and boom, I land into like some freaking garbage chute, and then Kyoko comes and is like, "Yo, the headmaster's my father," and I gotta find out because she has like this. She doesn't have dyslexia. Oh my god, that was so bad. Amnesia. Yes, that's it. So she doesn't remember her life before entering Hope's Peak. Yet, I'm being very blunt with how the last episode went. But anyways, now we begin the 6th and final chapter. We are separated from the rest of the homies. I can't say homies. I hate Toko. She's not cool. That's the nice way I can say about it. Anyways, let's get it started. Let's see what happens. We are at the home stretch. Let's see where it takes us. Ba-bam. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. Okay. I don't know if there's any real evidence to believe it's been broadcast like that. I have my doubts. I'm just saying. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, what? I guess I'll check here again. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. We do. How so? And I'll talk to her, Kyoko again. Do you still have that one? Oh yeah, Monokuma's secret tool you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. And we should be able to use it on that door, right? Let's do it. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key. Yeah, that's what we just talked about. Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click. Yes, it opened. And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Sounds fantastic. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Well, we weren't there long. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Ooh, ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, despair, execution. Good lord. It's already deadly life? What? Hello? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Good God. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea. We were so far down. Don't take a peek, guys.
Hey.
It's highly disrespectful. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. What's with the bubbles? You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family has always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Wow.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort? What the heck? Wait, did you see the edges? Whatever. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely formal for whatever that word was. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. Wow. And yet, I gave up on that pride. I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't, knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However.
Daddy issues. There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Ooh, baby. Sever. The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However.
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. Well, dang, son. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. I thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name, so every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. Wow. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the last, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know, he had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However.
But there is one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However.
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. I should not be doing an accent. I'm sorry. His shadow had been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him We're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. We are connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? I don't know. It's kind of something Fire Emblem Fates would be all about, you know, Camilla. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna shut up. Okay, I'm not going down that. No. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. How long is this ladder? I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I didn't know how long, we finally reached the top. Cool. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We are back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Ah, I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reach my right hand and push against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Hey, there we go. Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out over there. Now we're back at Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of here there without you. No thanks necessary. Oh, it's just returning the favor. Okay, now what? We'll check this out now. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I'll never imagine that's where this led. Okay, now what? So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course. But if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, so you help me so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we tried to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. She said that she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying that rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mercuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
right,
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay, fine. I'm going to say gym. What are the... What am I supposed to be looking at? Like, what? These sketchy doors. I don't know why I couldn't teleport, but I'm not. It's more dramatic this way. Alright.
Well now.
Oh, hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really going to be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko! Do whatever you feel like. Whoa!
However,
Before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? Lose? You! Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you want an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then be executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
Oh, but then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery, alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mercuro. You did. Oh, he's quiet. So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. But with a little more time, I'll guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. It's like Bayonetta. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Grr.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Grr, grah. Grah. I'm sorry. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mercury's trial over again? What? We gotta do it again? Only this time you followed the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh man.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mercurio's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very.
what's wrong?
What? Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. God. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept? If we do things your way, that will be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm pre-bear to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself.
Let's have one final grisly showdown. Wait, what? He agreed. And we still have a shot at this. But this is a long way climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries. That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself.
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
True.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mercurio's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When you uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out. Me either, dude. But before we get started, I want to clarify one thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And is a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mercurio is no exception to that. Huh? Mercurio's trial is no exception, then it's a part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mercurio... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. Wait, they're still alive. Maybe they're dead. Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What? Are you telling the truth? Why'd it go get so quiet all of a sudden? Oh my god. I'm done talking!
really angry.
I've got nothing to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. Yep, I get it. Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Stop laughing. Well, alright. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Okay. Good, what are we gonna do now? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. You want to talk about it or no? Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal, but honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. Please elaborate. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Yeah. That's what I said at the beginning. Come on. Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason.
so...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world? The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. Okay, but why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. We're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
Sorry. And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that. To try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. Ah, interesting. Sorry. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But, is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Oh, come. Do you seriously, do you really want to remind me? Really? You really want to do that? One of the saddest moments of my life. You want to remind? Forget it. I'm just whatever. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer and made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work. Sorry.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you, and due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, and who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right this time, at least. I won the bet. So without a quick sigh, I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the movement. We just decided to go talk to him. Moment. Oh my god. I'm sorry. How long am I? 30 minutes in, I've only been talking. Sorry. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of the negotiation persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. Right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True. But now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway...
Right now, we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay, sure. Do. Alright. Okay, who's first? I guess you. Knock, knock, knock. This is Byaku's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Oh god. Nope.
Hey.
I don't think she should keep looking. Nope.
Hey.
That only leaves Hero. No.
Hey.
But that's everybody. Maybe they're in the... Hold on. Oh! And suddenly we were greeted with... Yeah, go figure. What the... Screw... Blah, blah, blah. You again. Without numbers. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Some underscore 61. Jeez, what the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was about. I couldn't help but let a sigh of relief. Ah! Oh snap!
Is that Makoto?
Yo, what's up? We back.
You guys! It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Well, thank you. Where the heck were you guys?
You survived?
Since when do you care?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Thanks, you too.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Maybe. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled. Toko is not my friend! Toko is not my friend. Byakuya, we're a little bit in. Who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Oh, you freaking... Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Oh, okay. You're back to dissing me, fine. Get away, shoot. And in a flash, my tears dried up. You're making me take a shower, aren't you? Freaking... Unbelievable. There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma. Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Tell them. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. The last class trial.
In other words.
We're going to redo Mercuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No. I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course, it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mercuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die. You spotted the trap. Did you, Makoto? You made it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Black Ant, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Black Ant is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you need, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now? It's about who killed Mercuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyways.
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh, no!
Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever. God. I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway.
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decides the final battle. Rather interesting to film it, I'd say. But figure out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mercuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe. But this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all the mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Oh my god, please. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought, too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his hint. It's a very polarizer. Okay. Okay, hold up. Sorry I'm yawning so much. I've been blabbering for 45 minutes. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. When people take a single step and hopes peak since it began were those 16 students. Okay. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mercuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to step foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mercuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other
But
words,
according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And in Mercuro, add in Mercuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have had to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue? Or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that all to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
And maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. Yeah. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it would be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Oh. Time to go to bed, you freaking losers.
This is a school announcement.
Oh.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh boy. Ominous.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Ooh.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, very... What the heck is that word? Magna and... What is that? What is that? What is that? Magna and Monus of him to... Okay, hold up. I need to know what that... Generous or forgiving, especially toward a rival or less powerful person. Magna Amois. Magna Amois. Jeez, what? Who's crazy enough to form a word like that? Okay, well, let me rephrase what she's saying. How very generous of him to unlock all the rooms. The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely on only myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Byakuya left the room, dining hall, lit. He didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless! So bye. Oh, with that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. I don't know about that one, Chief. Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Wow. Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you had been here, if you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. No, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. I don't know about that. But, so I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm going to go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Bye. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Yep. So what do you see? So you're going to go off by your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our researches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground, and then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right. Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. That Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Okay. I guess I'll start by taking another look at the Monokuma file. Due to explosion victim identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which is cleaved through the body, and they also had been struck in the head with after. I was thinking it was a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but he was 7 days old. Once we found out who killed Mukro itself, and then we can know what the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation for how who killed her? I guess we should start with the rooms that were locked and taking while the master's room by a lot of the door to the house and Monikuma's face on the second floor dorms with amazing door. Sorry. Second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before that should be open right now. After that, we'll check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Okay. Maybe I should keep note of that. Hold on. Let's go. Oh, I guess it's in my truth section. Okay. First, let's go dorms. Let's do the dorms. Okay. So we're doing an investigation. Okay. I think I should have mentioned this, but I don't know how true this. I don't know how true this is, but this chapter might be the longest out of all of them. But I do not know how true that is, because I don't know how long this investigation could be. I don't know how long the trial can be. Basically, I don't know the time frame of what is going to happen. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. I was really curious about these. Oh my god! This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Jeez Louise. It's not very appealing, is it? Oh, that's blood. That's reddest. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, this is spooky. Restroom. Oh, this is like exact. Farah? From Overwatch? Holy moly. Okay, I guess this one's first. Oh my god! Dude! This room doesn't really feel like a student. No, really? It has a more adult atmosphere. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. I didn't see you there. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko. I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Or do you want to get drunk or something? This place is lit, honestly. Like, what the heck is that? Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or constructed defect or something? Looks like a secret door. It looks like a secret door. There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze. There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean? You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Please tell me. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? A very easy trick, yes, so easy. I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up. But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, it's not nearly enough to go on.
True.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Okay, so, gotta figure out the password. The PC on the desk must belong to the headmaster. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair of the PC, so have some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair. There's not much though, nothing we don't already know. The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. Okay, yeah, hold up. I unplugged my phone. I didn't mean to, but I did. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving forces come from despair. And that's all there is. Not too much to it, is there? I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure, but any information about the headmaster is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. Oh, spoopy. Jeez. There's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue hidden in it. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something that she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Fine, I will. I think I saw a program on that PC that might control the door. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
11.
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. I looked through all. Okay. Let's put it on the PC, right? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong, okay? In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just tap the password here. Click, 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 click. I tapped her phone and Kyoko Kirigira. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Oh my god. Beep. It worked! Well, that did it. Kyoko, it worked! Kyoko? Oh, she's not happy. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Follow that. Whee! What the? Oh! Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. It's a present? A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Take a look at the present. We'll take a look at this. I better check out that suspicious. Oh, come on. Say it's suspicious. It's gonna be like a bomb or something. I'm gonna die. There's a brightly covered box here. It seems totally out of the place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm kind of getting a bad vibe from it, but I mean, we can't not open it. Okay. Be careful, Makoto. Yeah, you think I don't know that? Why? Do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising probably. Huh? If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Oh God, you're not making me feel any better. Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it! Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I saw a hesitant glance inside and... What is it? It says screaming. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Whoa! What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones! It was the last thing I expected to find in such a frightful box. That makes you scream? Oh, freaking sissy. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped all nice before you guess what was like human bones. You want to talk about it, or what? Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I decided feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What he found in the box. Oh, man. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, man. Is now a bad time to have a battery break? Yes, but I'm doing it anyway in a minute. And we're back. Or at least that's what's left of him. Bro, wait a minute. Wait! Look! Wait, look! It's got... Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I'll let her finish, but I have a game theory. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough puns anyway. Here's the game 16 participants, all high school students. Okay. Alter said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as a thought, so she knew it was a possibility. but I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I give one some of that pride. In order to enter Hope Speak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Okay. Hold up, listen. Look at the skull. That's a head wound right there. That's a head wound. Just like Mercuro. What if Mercuro is not even dead? And it was actually... But wait, that actually wouldn't make sense because it would have been before. Okay, you know what? There's got to be something with the head wound. There's got to be something. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's desk without permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me, feel free to look around as much as you'd like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents, but in the last drawer... Oh, huh? It's this. It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay. Look at this nice family photo. Oh, this picture. Oh man, it's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Oh. Oh god.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... Now to find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Elaborate. A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to
Just a second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're the only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that really what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. Oh, game theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Bones. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. They killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Leading the Hope Speak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you was the Hope Speak's headmaster. So that's the same person, may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, headmaster is a man, lazy after releasing possible, like someone. Yeah, I get it. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is. Okay. Killing game began with 16 participants, high school students games. Yeah, okay. 15 of us meet in the dining hall. Mercury was to make it 16, including me. Only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Do you... Is it really... Please, can you... Thank you. Even Mercury. Is that even Mercury? Even... She's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... Me. Hero. Her. Hina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no. That can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Anything else I can check out? Chair. Another chair. I can't imagine students on this must be the masters. Home to a computer must be a long time. I got a token though. Well, alright. That PC though. Hold up. Let's check out that. Oh. What kind of specs you got? Okay, I guess I'll head out. Alright. Okay. Okay, maybe depending on how long this investigation goes, we might have to split. I might have to split this up into 2 episodes. I don't know though, but we'll find out. Okay, let's check out whatever the heck this is. Holy moly, dude. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, locked. It's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get into the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers of the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across to a card reader, and then, bzzzt, no luck. Maybe the only locker rooms who can, maybe the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found? Yeah, okay. Let's give that one a try. Yeah, come on. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the reader, and beep. All right, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. What the heck is that? This thing is practically empty. This is a notebook. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but we better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. Hello? What the heck? There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Oh my god, he was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be able will be willing to go along with this plan, so that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Oh boy, this can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to, Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly, so that was headmaster and my father. Okay. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. I looked at it. Unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Oh my. Despair, what? Oh! What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Oh my goodness. Well. Alright, after a little bit of consideration, I decided, yeah, this is where I want to call the episode. I don't want to make this too long. It's a bit long. I know around half this episode's been the investigation, but we still have plenty more investigation to do. So, yeah, I'm going to call it here. We're going to split the investigation into 2 parts. It was going to be big regardless. So, it's best to chunk it into 2 episodes. Yeah. I guess this is a nice way to end the episode too. It's not really nice. It's kind of sad, but the lies. Anyways, yeah. Next episode we'll finish the investigation, and then God knows what happens next. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.